And a very good morning from Disney World's Magic Kingdom. You're watching Adventure Planet, where the Florida trip continues, where I'm back here today at the first of the 4 Disney World theme parks, Magic Kingdom, which opened all the way back in 1971. And I'll tell you what, it's so fantastic to be back here. I got a lot of nostalgia here from first visiting as a kid back in 1991. It's an absolutely glorious park, this, with some fantastic attractions, 5 roller coasters, and just so many things to see and do. It really is absolutely glorious. Now, unfortunately, one of those coasters is down until 2026. Of course, Big Thunder Mountain undergoing an absolutely huge refurb at the moment. We'll take a look at that when we get over to Frontierland a little bit later. But today, though, we're just going to enjoy the park. We've got Happily Ever After later on at about 9:20 p.m. Park hours today, 8 a.m. all the way through until 10 p.m. So it's going to be a really long day. It's another hot one, and unfortunately, we are expecting some pretty strong storms to roll in later on this afternoon. Hopefully it's not going to affect the day too much, but we could be in for some pretty heavy downpours. Let's see how the day goes. Let's start on Main Street, and of course a ride on the Disney World Railroad. It's literally just seeing it pull into the station. Why not? Let's get a ride first on a park original. And here we go then, starting our day on the Walt Disney World Railroad, one of the park's originals that opened back in 1971. Here we just departed Main Street. We're here in Frontierland now, which is one of the station stops, along with Fantasyland.
Thunder Mountain.
Hey.
Now, normally folks around here have a one-track mind for gold, but mining.
We got this massive crane up there carrying out all the workings on Big Thunder Mountain. Oh yeah, look at this.
So I bet they'll be full steam ahead in no time.
Oh wow, call that new track in place.
New bells and whistles.
Still lots of work being carried out on that. Going to be reopening in 2026. Be a shame to miss it on this trip. BTM. As we're heading now down towards Fantasyland. It's a beautiful transport ride, this. Like I say, a park original. And the carriages in here are absolutely gorgeous, with the lanterns up there.
The change in scenery means we've left the rattle and rumble of that old gold mine behind and entered my favorite leg of the journey. Lush wilderness, calm waters, and untamed beauty. Folks, we're in nature's wonderland. Isn't it something? Just think of the extraordinary things to see and do in these woods. Hiking trails, bird calls, fireflies, and starry nights. Setting out for
so many
adventure
things
at
to see and pick
and
out on this trip. It's great.
Campfire that night.
Yeah, it's a 1.5 mile round trip, this.
Trained my shadow to stay put.
And it's just a really nice transport ride. And like I say, it does offer those 3 stops.
Here, Shadow.
Main Street, Frontierland, and Fantasyland.
Oh, Tinkerbell, we really must find...
Next up is a place that's always ahead of the curve.
And we're just departing Fantasyland Station then. There's a quick look at it through there. Of course, you can also get to Tomorrowland from this stop as well. As you see the huge canopy for Tron just off to the left. There's the Contemporary over at the back.
Yeah, I like how it's like this one.
Our trip around the Magic Kingdom is almost complete. I can't thank you enough for spending part of your day with me. And I hope you've enjoyed your journey as much as I've appreciated being
Absolutely
a part
gorgeous views from the
We're now
railroad.
approaching
Definitely
our
worth
charming
doing.
destination, Main Street, USA.
As we head back to where we started.
Sweeter than the
Main Street.
townsfolk is the treats.
Just some highlights there then of the Walt Disney World Railroad. Like I say, park original, opened back here in 1971, and it's just a really charming little ride there. There's some beautiful views around that 1.5 mile layout, and the train itself is fantastic. Really, really nice. Love the little lamps in the carriages. It's all really well painted, and it's just a glorious, proper steam train that. And like I say, 3 station stops here in Main Street, Frontierland and Fantasyland as well. Well worth doing as one of your first rides here, as it's right here on Main Street as soon as you come into the park. And there's a quick look at the facade of the Walt Disney World Railroad then as well from back here in Main Street. And as you can see, there's some work going on at the top there. There's some construction fences up there. Looks like they're giving the station a little bit of a refurb, but the rest of Main Street here looks as glorious as always, doesn't it? City Hall over there, of course the car barn, the Emporium, all the buildings around here really do look absolutely glorious. The Town Square Theatre there. all the decorations on it. Oh, I do love Magic Kingdom. One of the most visited theme parks in the world. Right here in Disney World, Florida. Oh, yeah, it's great to be back. Love it. Guy in his 40s getting excited over Magic Kingdom. The magic really does never fade, does it? And yeah, it's great to be back here because last time I was here in 2023, it was around Halloween time. And of course they have Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween event here. And I didn't have a ticket for that. Unfortunately, I had to actually leave the park at about 6 p.m. if I remember rightly. You kind of gradually get ushered out of the park unless you have that wristband for the the Halloween event itself, which obviously I didn't have. So yeah, didn't get too much time here in 2023. Full park day here today though. And look at the castle. Oh. Crystal Arts off to the right. We can see a bit of glass blowing. It's just all the buildings around here. It really is beautiful. Absolutely love it. Always nice and busy here at Magic Kingdom as well. Always such an atmosphere, you know. Looks like they've got a show going on at the castle there. And of course Magic Kingdom is a hub and spoke layout. Of course you've got the castle here, which acts as that central hub. And then all the kind of other themed areas branch off of that. And that castle is actually 189 feet tall, which actually doesn't sound all that much, but due to the forced perspective, it does appear to be a lot taller. It looks great. And I do like the color of that now, you know, the pink and the blue. I think it looks really nice.
I'm not good at tap dancing or playing the ukulele.
But everyone's got something to add. A party's like a big pot of gumbo. It takes all.
The pleasure is all mine.
Out of my way! My turn! Stop!
Black and money, we do what we want, when we want. Just like at the Snuggly Duckling.
But despite his evil look and his temper and his hook, he's always yearned to be a concert pianist.
Can't you see me on the stage performing Mozart? Take a little, the eyes till they gleam. Yep, I'd rather be called deadly for my killer show too deadly. Thank you, cause way down deep inside I'm gonna dream.
Hey, there's Olaf. Everybody loves Olaf.
I like warm hugs.
Hi, Olaf! Olaf? Olaf, there you are. We were worried.
Why? Were you lost?
No, Olaf, you were.
But I'm right here with my new friends. This is... And you are...
Oh, I'm Mickey Mouse.
And just some highlights of the show over there on Main Street then, right in front of the castle, where you can see characters like Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Daisy, the characters from Frozen, and all the ruffians. Well, I'm making my way down into Tomorrowland now then to start my day here properly at Magic Kingdom. One ride closure in this area, which is Astro Orbiter just in front of us that you can see, currently getting its maintenance. But of course you do have other rides and attractions in this area as well, including the People Mover. Hey! Get a ride on that for sure. There he goes, just off to the left. And I am going to head on over to Tron as well, obviously Space Mountain's here. Get those rides in on the coasters pretty quickly, I think, today. Because obviously if those storms do roll in a little bit later, all those coasters will be closed. Good thing is, obviously, Magic Kingdom has a lot of indoor attractions which won't be affected by the weather. But yeah, those coasters will close. So yeah, I want to get on those as soon as I can. Space Mountain obviously being the exception, it being an enclosed coaster. Yeah, shame about Astro Orbiter. You get some great views across Tomorrowland from that ride. Hopefully that'll be back open and in action soon. You've got the launching pad right in front of us. I'm going to head on round to the People Mover. Yeah, some construction walls going on around here as well. Bits of refurbishment happening in Tomorrowland. Probably bits of theming going into place, maybe bits of theming being freshened up. You got the elevator there that would have taken you up to Astro Orbiter. You also got the Carousel of Progress just towards the back with that earwormy soundtrack. And Space Mountain just off to the left as well. Do you know what? I think I might actually head for Space Mountain first. Yeah, I'm itching to get a ride on that. Let's go and see what the queue time is. And then we'll come back and do the People Mover afterwards. Let's go. And I've changed my mind on Space Mountain. It's currently on a 65-minute wait, so I will do the People Mover first. Look at this. Got a little stage here in Tomorrowland. All the kids enjoying a little bit of Frozen. But look who we got. Look who's in the crowd. Hey, it's Stitch. He's loving it. Look at him. And just to show you what that show actually is, it's the Tomorrowland Galactic Blast. There you go, the Rocket Tower Plaza stage. Going from 11 AM all the way through till 3 PM. Yeah, it seems like a lot of fun. Yeah, you got all the smoke effects here, and the kids really having a good time, which is great. Hey, and here we go on the People Mover for our guided tour around Tomorrowland. I love this ride, it's great, isn't it? Bit of People Mover action. Yeah, not too bad, waited about 10 minutes. And here we go.
This is the TTA.
There's the stage. Oh, it's a lovely breeze. Temperatures themselves feel a little bit less today, however the humidity feels even higher. I am absolutely soaked again already.
Welcome aboard the People Mover, presented by Enterprise. I'm Borak 5, your guide aboard this highway in the sky. The absolute best way to see Tomorrowland.
I love the fact that for this ride, all the speakers are actually here in the ceiling, not in the ride vehicle themselves.
There's really nothing like
It's really clever.
Tomorrowland.
You just see some of the refurbishments going on over there. The old crane. Monsters Laugh floor just to the left. Yeah, and a lot of people think that this ride was actually a park original, but it wasn't. It actually opened 4 years later in 1975.
Transfer to green and red line.
There's the castle. You see that big crane over the back there, which is working on Big Thunder Mountain currently. Whoa. There we go.
First up, Progress City. Walt Disney's amazing dream for a community of tomorrow. Did you know Progress City inspired Epcot? And a lot of the visionary ideas throughout Walt Disney World. Look, there's even a tiny People Mover.
Oh, it's really special, this ride, isn't it? There he is.
On your right is Star Traders, home to the greatest goods in the
There's the gift shop.
except actual stars. Those are the bonus souls.
And the Tomorrowland Speedway, however, that is a park original.
Approaching Tomorrowland Speedway.
Oh, it still looks great, doesn't it?
I love a good circuit. And
The
these are
smell
two
of
the best
petrol just hits you when you come out to this park. And there is Tron, which I will be heading to right after Space Mountain.
Attention all visitors from Galaxy.
And you actually don't need a virtual queue for that anymore. They've abolished all the virtual queuing now. You don't need one for Tron, Guardians of the Galaxy, over at Epcot, or for Tiana's either now. Hey, as we head into Space Mountain. Hey.
This is Starport 75.
or as we locals call it, the Space Rim. Our high-speed rocket port to distant.
Are we going to see anybody? We might. Oh. Oh, there they go. Lights on. Oh, wow. Ah, damn. Maybe I should have joined the queue.
Let relaxation wash over you at the most refreshing retreat in the galaxy, the coral moons of Pisces 7. You H2 owe it to yourself. Book today.
I've only ever seen Space Mountain with the lights on here in Orlando, Florida once. And that was all the way back in 1993. I would have liked to have seen that. You can see some of it behind us there. Oh, wow. Yeah, usually this section around here is completely pitch black. See the roof of the building there. And here we go. Hey. There it is. Wow. Yeah, I've not seen that since 1993. Fantastic. Would have been absolutely awesome to actually have a ride on that though, with the lights on. Obviously it's not the same, but for, you know, if you're a geek like myself.
The next station is Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress.
As usual, yeah, and so does the carousel. Like progress itself, this theater never stops, inspiring new generations to dream of a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.
Now I know, for those of you that know the tune to Carousel of Progress, you've only got to hear those words. And then you just start humming that theme tune to yourself. Oh, it's an earwormy soundtrack, that.
Calling all the space rangers, report to your start and join me on this daring space mission. I'm going to see you on Earth.
And there's Space Ranger Spin down there. Buzz Lightyear. I love the way you kind of get the sneak peeks of the rides, like Space Mountain and Buzz Lightyear, Space Ranger Spin when you're on this. Just adds to that excitement, doesn't it? And you can appreciate how busy it is here today. Crowds are pretty high.
Thanks for riding with us. It's been a pleasure to have you aboard.
And here we are. That's the end of the People Mover. It's a long ride, that. It's about 10 minutes.
Now is the best time to go out.
And like I say, it's a nice guided tour around Tomorrowland, you know? And just headed over to Space Mountain then from the People Mover, and unfortunately it is down, which is obviously why they had all the lights on. Great to see that in there, by the way. Like I say, it's been 1993 since I last saw Space Mountain here in Florida with all the lights on. So yeah, we'll come back and check that out a little bit later. Going to head on over to Tron Lightcycle Run now then, get this coaster in. This is open and it is fantastic. Oh, the music and the signage of this area. It's a great ride, this. Do enjoy Tron Lightcycle Run. Opened here in 2023, manufactured by Vekoma. It actually shares a lot of similarities to Velocity back home in the UK at Flamingo Land. In terms of it obviously being a straddle coaster, it is much better themed though, obviously. And you can get really close to the track off-ride as well. And like I say, the great thing about this is you no longer need to virtual queue, which is fantastic. I mean, I understand why they did it initially. Obviously, you know, there was a lot of hype, and they were extremely popular rides, this, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Tiana's for a short time as well. But the fact that they've got rid of those virtual queues can only be a good thing. It means you can just come down here and get straight on the queue. No need to mess around at like 7 o'clock in the morning or 1 o'clock in the afternoon when you're in the park. You can just come straight down and queue. Let's go. And from an operational standpoint then, we're not off to the best start here in Tomorrowland at Magic Kingdom. Yeah, just come over to Tron and that's gone down as well. It's actually been down for about 25 minutes now. I've just been kind of hanging around just to see if it is going to reopen, trying to get some off-ride shots here at this awesome part where you can get really close to the track. But it looks like a load of people have just come out of the exit. Looks like it was probably a full evac. So that means 2 of the only coasters here in Tomorrowland, both Tron and Space Mountain, are now closed. Space Mountain, yes, still not reopened yet. So I'm going to leave the area now and maybe come back a little bit later. Hopefully the storms don't affect this later on and I can get my ride sort of in the evening time. We'll come back later on. Hey, and as I wend my way out of Tomorrowland, I thought I'd stop in at the lunching pad and grab myself a Mickey-shaped pretzel. Look at that, there he is. And got some cheese sauce with him as well. And a nice fresh Diet Coke. And this came to $14. So it works out at around about £10 just over. So yeah, again, very, very expensive. But look at him. Yeah, happy with that. Oh, and I'll tell you what, I really did enjoy eating Cheesy Mickey there. Yeah, that was really, really quite tasty. I made my way over to Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger spin now then. Tron and Space Mountain still currently closed, sadly. This is currently on a 40-minute wait, which isn't too bad for this. Let's head on into Star Command. And I've been queuing for about 15 minutes now then for Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger spin, and there he is. Buzz himself. I love him. Who remembers when this all used to be Delta Dreamflight? Anyone remember that far back? I mean, this ride's been here since 1998. All the lights in here, but Buzz himself looks great, doesn't he? It's a good animatronic, lad. And here we go on Space Ranger Spin then. Massively overestimated queue. Advertised at 40, waited just 15. There we go, got my score down here. Got my gun, here it is. You can also control the spin of the car with this lever here as well. It's a good ride this though, there's some good themes and scenes in here. Probably not going to get a very high score. Hey, 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 hey. As a matter of fact, I probably won't use the gun. I'll just spin the car around. Here we go. Hey. Hey, all the way around. Yeah, I don't usually do the shooting in here, I gotta be honest. I just like spinning the car around. Yeah, you gotta shoot all the targets. Oh, I'll tell you what, trying to spin, shoot and film at the same time is really difficult. It's a challenge though. I've got a measly 300 points so far. Hey. All right, here we go. Oh, well, there we go. Let's try. Die. Oh, I got 5,600 points. There's an alien in a box down there. Oh, here we go. Zerga vision. Yes. Shoot all the batteries. There he is. There's Zerg himself. Oh. I got 11,600.
Maximum acceleration. Check your debit. Check coordinates for piano block.
Ooh. Yeah, this part's great. Absolutely huge screen. It looks awesome. It is a great ride, this. I do enjoy it. There's my score. 12,000, not the best.
Tiny-sized pipsqueaks.
Hello, Zerg. What's up, buddy?
No, stop that. I'm indestructible. Do you hear? Indestructible.
Power cells for transport.
Miserable do-gooders. Pint-sized pipsqueaks.
Remember.
There we go. 22,400. And that is Space Ranger Spin. Good fun ride, that. Some on-ride footage then of Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin. I'm not quite sure who this is in the gift shop after the ride. What is that? I have no idea. Is that his brother? I'm not too sure. And was just about to leave Tomorrowland then, and Space Mountain and Tron have both reopened. Space Mountain currently on a 45-minute wait, so I thought, you know what, let's join the queue, get a ride in on the original Space Mountain here at Magic Kingdom. And we've been queuing for about 30 minutes now then, and we've just entered the station. Not too much longer to go now before we ride the original Space Mountain. 2 creds to get on this one as well, Alpha and Omega. I've lost count how many times I've rode this over the years, but it's always so exciting to get back on it. Oh, it's a great ride. And here we go then. Hey! On Space Mountain. Now you're not going to see much. But here we go, on Alpha, it's Space Mountain. And up the lift hill we go. The lights are back off. There's my space buddies. Oh, it's iconic, isn't it? It really is. And I've just had my ride on Space Mountain then. Advertised 45 minutes, waited 50, so not too bad at all. And yeah, I didn't put in much footage at all apart from the lift hill climb because you really can't see anything in that ride at all. It's completely pitch black, so it was kind of pointless putting the footage in. But it's a fantastic ride. Got on the ride on Alpha. Obviously Omega is the other track, but that's kind of reserved exclusively for Lightning Lane members. But Alpha's so great. Both layouts are basically a mirror image of one another, so you're not missing out on anything. But it's a fantastic ride. Like I say, the original Space Mountain opened here in 1975. It's got some great drops, some sudden turns, and yeah, it's just a really fantastic ride. Not much theming around, you know. I'd like to see sort of a little bit of a refurb with the theming, if you like, some more theming pieces added, a bit more lighting around now. Obviously technology's come a long way since 1975, so it'd be nice to see a little bit of some kind of extras added throughout the layout, you know. But oh, it's just such a classic, isn't it? All the nostalgia comes flooding back when I get on that ride. Really is brilliant. And with that ride on Space Mountain then, I thought I may as well make my way over to Tron. It is an 85-minute wait currently, which is quite a long time. However, like I say, with those threats of the storms later on, I want to get my ride on this ticked off just in case. Oh, I'll tell you what, the trains are getting sent around fast. I've seen 4 of them just on my approach to the area from Space Mountain, so that's good to see. But yeah, 85-minute wait is quite a long time. But like I say, you just don't know what's going to happen. Florida, obviously the lightning capital of the world. You just got to get your rides in as soon as you can, just to be sure. Tron looks great though, doesn't it? With a big canopy, and it looks so much better at night as well, with it all lit up. Fantastic. And we've been queuing for 45 minutes then. And you gotta love these views. Hey, almost there. And here we are in the station then, and it's really grand in here, isn't it? Love all the neon and everything, it's huge. Been waiting 65 minutes. Reckon we'll be on in the next 10 to 15. We got a dispatch on Tron Lightcycle Run. Sit back, relax, and enjoy an awesome ride. Here we go.
Remember, hold on, keep your head up, and face forward.
Hey! There we are. How you doing? Time dispatch. Here we go.
2, 1. Congratulations, users.
Such a good ride.
And victory for Team Blue.
Just seen some on-ride footage there then of Tron Lightcycle Run here at Magic Kingdom in Walt Disney World, Florida. Advertised 85 minutes, waited about 70. And you know what? I really do like that ride. If you've ridden Velocity at Flamingo Land back in the UK, you've kind of got an idea of the seating position. You're nice and kind of hunkered down, and that's what really makes it, especially on that launch out of the station. It's nice and whippy, straight into this outdoor segment here, which is great. Oh, I love it. Kind of looking down on everybody. It's fantastic. And then you get into this building behind me here where there's lots of neon, some kind of drops, twists and turns. The onboard soundtrack is fantastic. Yes, there's no kind of real airtime to it. I mean, there can't be really due to the seating position, but I still think it's a fantastic ride. Opened here in 2023, and I love it. Glass smooth, manufactured by Vekoma. The trains look great. Oh, really do enjoy my ride on Tron Lightcycle Run. I think it's great. And we're just making our way out of Tomorrowland now then. It's actually gone 4 o'clock already. I can't believe it. The day has just disappeared. There's a look at Tomorrowland Speedway though. Ah, it's great. I would usually have got on this, but yeah, like I say, the day really is running away from me here. We've only done 2 areas. It's good that we've got all the way through till 10 o'clock. Or maybe 9 o'clock if we catch Happily Ever After later on. That starts at 9:15. Tomorrowland Speedway. And there is the entrance to Tomorrowland Speedway then. Wait time of 20 minutes. Actually not too bad. But I'm going to walk straight past that because I'm actually really hungry as well. Really need to get some food. As we head on over to Fantasyland, hey, where you get the Mad Tea Party, Winnie the Pooh's here, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. And of course this area has had 2 expansions as well in the past, Storybook Circus and the Enchanted Forest. And right in front of us, the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. There we are. Yeah, we'll get on that a little bit later. I've got to get some food first. Oh, I head down here and take a quick look at Storybook Circus as well. Hey, there it goes. Yeah, and it's quite an interesting area, this. Obviously, this was, like I say, the first sort of expansion to Fantasyland down here. It actually replaced Mickey's Toontown Fair. You can remember that. You got the Dumbo rides here, just off to the right. There's also a little coaster here as well, the Barnstormer. Yeah, have a look, see what the wait time is for that. Yeah, well, the signage here looks really nice, doesn't it? All very circus-esque, with the big top souvenirs on the left. And there we are, Dumbo the Flying Element. Element? Did I say element then? He's a flying element now, not an elephant. But yeah, there we go. There's two of them for capacity, which is good to see. And you got all the theming around here as well. All the circus elements. I don't know what I was thinking of to say element, no idea. And there is the Barnstormer. There's old Goofy there. Nice little near-miss element through the billboard. That opened here in 1996. That's another one manufactured by Vekoma as well. Let's see what the wait time is on this one. Oh, and it is a 30-minute wait for the Barnstormer, which is a little bit longer than I'd be willing to wait for kind of a Vekoma junior/family coaster. So yeah, I think I'll leave this one for now. There's nothing really special about this, pretty much a standard layout. Only it does, only it does have a chain lift hill instead of a tire-driven one, which kind of makes it quite unique. And the Zero car on the front is pretty cool as well with the propeller. And there is Dumbo the Flying Elephant. They look great, don't they, these rides? With the water feature down the bottom there as well. Yeah, they really do look nice. And yeah, the interesting thing about these ones is they don't actually have the central water feature that its counterparts kind of in the other Disney parks do. And that's mainly due to basically what they call utilidors underground, which are kind of underground corridors really that are used by the staff. And because of those, obviously they can't actually fit the water features or the pumps or whatever it is that needs to be in place for that water feature. But it's good that they've got two of these for capacity. And they both look absolutely fantastic. Really, really nice rides, these. And here we are in the Enchanted Forest then, and just through there you can meet the Little Mermaid. 30-minute wait time for that. All looks really nice around here, doesn't it? All the waterfalls. And then the Beast Castle right in front of us as well, which features the Be Our Guest restaurant. Never actually eaten in there. I've heard that it is actually quite expensive. I would like to eat in there at some point. And of course you've got Under the Sea, Journey of the Little Mermaid as well here. This all looks really nice. Nice photo op that. And that is currently on a 30-minute wait as well. I'm going to come back to that a bit later because I do need to grab myself some food and a drink as well. Again, that heat is just incredible. I'm absolutely cooking. I have to be perfectly honest. I think I may have made a mistake with this. I honestly think I should have come down for Epic Universe and then gotten back home and come back for Halloween. This heat has been really, really hard to deal with on this trip, especially vlogging. It's yeah, it really has been tough. Gaston's Tavern just through there though. You get all your refreshments, cakes. Do love the water feature outside. But yeah, it's another day where I am cooking here. I could literally wring my shirt out right now. It's just the humidity, it's so high. I'm almost I'm almost praying for the storms, to be honest. Storybook Treats just off to the left. And of course the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train as well. Another one manufactured by Vekoma. Who remembers when 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea used to be here? The submarine ride. Oh, yeah, I remember that. That was a good ride, that as well. Really enjoyed it. Beautiful carousel right in front of us here as well. as we enter Fantasyland proper, all kind of themed to a medieval / carnival style, let's say. And yeah, like I say, this has been expanded over the years. And of course you got It's a Small World here as well. And where I'm going for food is the Pinocchio Village House, which is just off to the right. Hey! Some fireworks going off for the show outside the castle. Oh! And here we are in the Pinocchio Village House restaurant there, when I've just ordered myself an all-meat flatbread, got myself a little water there and a Coke Zero, and this came to $19, which isn't too bad considering these are absolutely delicious. If you've not had one of these in the Village House yet, you really, really do need to try them. They are absolutely stunning. Oh, and that flatbread was absolutely outstanding. The Village House really does look nice from the outside as well, doesn't it? And right next to that, you've of course got It's a Small World. Currently on a 30-minute wait. As you can probably tell, I think those storms in Earring, the rain has started. Peter Pan's flight just off to the left, that's currently on an hour. It's a very, very busy day here at Magic Kingdom. I'm going to make my way down to the Haunted Mansion now, then get my ride on that. That's currently on a 45-minute wait. And then I've got to make my way over to Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Yeah, new ride for me to try out today. Looking forward to riding that. Of course, nothing will replace Splash Mountain for me. Absolutely love that ride. I'm going to really miss it. But yeah, we'll head on over to the Haunted Mansion. Oh dear. This is starting to throw it down. I'll tell you what, it's lovely and cool though. Oh, just the buildings around here. I do like Fantasyland. It's a lovely place. All right, Haunted Mansion. This could be a wet one. And it's currently a 50-minute wait for the Haunted Mansion then. Been queuing for 5 minutes. The rain has eased off a little bit. But I'll tell you what, those storm clouds make the mansion look a lot more ominous, doesn't they? Love all the theming in the queue line for the Haunted Mansion. It's great, isn't it? Something that Disney does so well.
Is this haunted room actually stretching? Or is it your imagination? And consider this dismaying observation.
It's actually just a scientific illusion of it.
This chamber has no windows and no doors. Which offers you this chilling challenge to find a way out. Of course, there's always my way.
And I've taken my seat in my Doom buggy.
Please. We spirits are frightfully sensitive to bright lights.
Oh, spooky. Floating candlesticks.
And hot and cold, running chill.
I remember loving that effect as a kid.
Listen.
Oh, it's not moving though. They weren't moving around. There she is.
Regions beyond.
Madame Leota.
Wizards and witches, wherever you dwell, give us a hint by ringing a bell.
And one of the most classic scenes in any theme park ride anywhere. It's the ballroom. Oh, the Pepper's Ghost effects. It's great. I remember first seeing this in 1991 and just not being able to work out how it was done, you know. All part of that mystery. Yeah, she's really spooky. That projection mapping's still so cool even today. Have I got a friend?
Hitchhiking ghosts. They have selected you to fill our cooler, and they'll haunt you until...
Hey! There he is. Hello. Oh! And an advertised wait of 50 minutes, waited just 20. Really good operations there on the Haunted Mansion. Of course, they're always pretty good with Omnimover attractions anyway, but yeah, getting the Doom buggies loaded up nice and fast. It's just such a classic ride, isn't it? Like I say, park original, and from the queue line theming to the stretching room to the dark ride itself, it's all absolutely brilliant. So much nostalgia in that ride. Love the graveyard scene and the ballroom scene and all the audio around as well. It really is fantastic. Anyway, on a more somber note now then, we're going to be heading onto the Liberty Belle that you can see just behind me for what could be the very last trip around the rivers of America. And here we are then on the top deck of the Liberty Belle, and you get some great views of the Haunted Mansion from up here. Look at that, it looks awesome. Such a great facade that. And yeah, as I said before I actually got on the boat here, that this could sadly be the last time I ever ride the Liberty Belle, because obviously the boat itself and all the rivers of America and Tom Sawyer Island is all closing this summer to be replaced with a Cars themed land and associated attractions due to open in 2027-2028. So what's going to happen to this boat is unknown currently. But without the noise of the Liberty Belle and of course Rivers of America, Magic Kingdom is going to feel a very, very different place. It's a highly controversial move to get rid of this, and it's been met with some backlash, to say the least. But yeah, like I say, work could be starting on this summer, which means all of this will be closed off, the lake will be drained, and we will have a Cars replacement land, basically. If you've ever been to Disneyland in California, you'll obviously know what they have in terms of Cars. And yeah, to lose this is going to be really sad. A lot of memories for me on the Liberty Belle with my parents back in the 90s. It's just such an icon of this park, and the soundtrack of the boat itself is just irreplaceable. Really, really sad to lose this. Such a shame. To potentially not hear that sound again here at Magic Kingdom, it really is devastating, to be honest. I'm going to miss it so much. It's just such a great part of the park, and to lose this body of water is going to be a big loss as well. It really makes this park, obviously Tom Sawyer Island in the center there as well. It's just perfect, really. And I had to get one last ride on this before it does close. I really hope in some way, shape or form they get to save the Liberty Belle. The original paddle steamer here, it really is iconic. As we take what will be my last trip around the rivers of America, and you can just see Tiana's Bayou Adventure through the back. Be heading to that next. Oh, honestly, fantastic. The rain is starting again though. Everyone's just starting to run for cover under the boat. No, screw that, I'm staying out here. Ah, absolutely iconic, it really is. And I know times change and things have to be updated, but I mean, it's just such a huge move to remove all of this. I mean, don't get me wrong, Cars Land is absolutely fantastic, and I'm sure it will be just as good here. But to remove all of the water and everything, no. I'm sorry, Disney, but I think it's a wrong move, to be honest. I really do. And yeah, I just really want to kind of document all of this because, yeah, in a year or two's time, this will all be gone. All these bridges, all this planting, all the buildings that you can see here will all be completely paved over. There's some of those close-up views of Big Thunder Mountain. That opened here in 1980. 3 lift hills on that one. So it will be reopening at some point in 2026. No confirmed date as yet. Yeah, look at all the work going on around here. All the new track in place. Look at this. Oh, cannot wait to ride that again. Wow. Some of the best views of BTM are from right here on the Liberty Belle. The theming is just incredible. That massive crane in the background. And the Walt Disney Railroad and the Liberty Belle speaking to each other there. It's a nice touch. And that's it. Thanks for the memories, Liberty Belle. Oh, and it's just seeing all of these workings for potentially the last time. Just want to document as much as I can do. Awesome stuff. Oh, you know what? That is an attraction that I really, really am going to miss. I've got so many memories of going on there with my parents back in the early 90s, going on Tom Sawyer's Island and just enjoying a relaxing ride on just an original of the park, 1971. And I mean, look at it. Look at it, it's just absolutely awesome. And that soundtrack as well. Frontierland is never going to be the same again when that leaves. Like I said, it's a highly controversial decision to basically remove this entire area, removing the lake, the paddle steamer, huge refurbs coming to the whole area, turning it into a Cars Land where there's going to be no water here at all. I think it's really, really sad. And I do think, certainly on this occasion, very much a wrong decision by Disney. And from the Liberty Belle then over into Frontierland. And yeah, like I say, this is an area that is going to look very different over the next few years, certainly off to the right at least, which is where at the moment, of course, the gorgeous Liberty Belle and the rivers of America. Yeah, that's all going to be canyons and racetracks come 2027, 2028. Getaway stagecoach just off to the left. What I am more intrigued by though, and what I think is a much better decision, is the addition of a Villains Land here at Magic Kingdom. And that's basically going to stretch, or start I should say, from where over Big Thunder Mountain is, and that will kind of stretch all the way back around to somewhere near the Haunted Mansion. And that's going to basically feature all of the villains. So you're going to have people like, you know, Jafar, Ursula, Cruella de Vil, all of those kind of characters. And it will obviously house 2 new major attractions as well in terms of rides. Be a new roller coaster for the area. And I think that will be absolutely fantastic. I think that's going to be something that's going to be really well themed. And I'm really looking forward to seeing that. I mean, that's some way off yet. You're looking at kind of 2029 and beyond for that. We know that Disney's not always the quickest when it comes to, you know, the construction of new lands and finishing things up. So yeah, that's definitely some way off into the future. But yeah, that I'm actually looking forward to seeing. I think that'll be really cool. And a brand new ride, sort of, for me. It's Tiana's Bayou Adventure. All looking nice and green. Of course, we saw the construction of this going on back when I visited in 2023. It's now open, no longer needs a virtual queue. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing this. Obviously, it's based on the Disney film Princess and the Frog, which was back in 2009. And it's certainly a change, isn't it, to Frontierland, all the green. Yeah, it's certainly, it doesn't quite fit anymore, you know? I mean, obviously you've still got some of the orange and yellow colours sort of around at the back here and things. But yeah, it's obviously mostly green now, and that does sort of clash a little bit with Big Thunder Mountain. Love this photo op here though, this looks really nice. All the signage. Yeah, that's cool. God, it is very green, isn't it? It's more of a rainforest around here than a canyon now. Wow, all the trees, all the vegetation. Kind of the water down here as well. Here comes one of the boats. Yeah, I already know without riding it that this isn't going to replace Splash Mountain for me. That was absolutely iconic for this park. I rode that in the year that it opened and it was just absolutely awesome. Loved it. Still got the drop in the back there. Can't quite see it as well anymore with all the trees around. But yeah, let's join the queue and we'll see what it's like. There we go, Tiana's Foods. That's all been nicely redone, hasn't it? I did actually see that back in 2023 for the retheming of that building. Oh, it's great to be back in this queue line again though. It really is. You just got some of those ominous clouds up there. Really hope it doesn't put the ride out of action. So unfortunately then, yep, it did happen. Literally in the queue for 5 minutes. They're just sending the boats around, but the ride is closed due to the inclement weather. And I thought, you know what, I was still in the outside part of the queue. I thought if it's going to absolutely throw it down, I really don't want to still be stood here. So what I'm going to do is I'll come back to Tiana. I'm going to head into Adventureland now then. We got an indoor dark ride down here. Of course, it is Pirates of the Caribbean. Looking forward to getting back on here. And of course, that can run in inclement weather, it being an indoor dark ride. So let's go. And here we are at Adventureland then, themed to resemble the remote landscapes of places like Africa and Asia. And of course home to Pirates of the Caribbean. You've also got Jungle Cruise here, the magic carpets of Aladdin, the enchanted tiki room. That's a great area of the park, this. And here we are, Pirates of the Caribbean, as you can see, just off to the right, opened in 1973. Currently advertised at 20 minutes, although I suspect it might be more than that. I imagine a lot of people are probably headed to this ride due to those inclement weather notifications. Yeah, that looks quite busy actually. I don't think that's going to be 20 minutes. As the lightning is starting to fire in the sky. And the interesting thing about this ride is that this originally wasn't going to be built, as they didn't think that kind of the Caribbean theme held the same mystique in Florida as obviously places like California. But people actually voiced their opinions on that, and they decided to go ahead and build it 2 years after the park opened. It is the shortest and less detailed version of the ride that's out there, but it's still an absolute classic. You can't come to Magic Kingdom and not ride Pirates of the Caribbean, even in a cattle pen queue like this. It's nice and cool in here though. And it was advertised 20 minutes. It was always going to be a little bit longer than that, but we waited just 30 minutes for a dispatch on Pirates. It's not too bad at all. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the Caribbean. Oh, just a nice spray, that. Wow, we're all getting soaked. Oh, the smells of this ride are great.
Now, you swabbies, what may I offer for these hearty heads? Everyone an egg layer.
Not lest they be laying golden eggs.
Belay there, you bilge rat.
You'll never find the treasure without a look at this here map. And this lovely key to the treasure.
There he is.
Easy. Here I be, holding the treasure and the key as well.
And then one of the most classic scenes in theme park history.
Can't you reach any further, you stuck-winged bilge rat?
And And some on-ride footage there then of Pirates of the Caribbean, and this is what I've come out to. Yeah, the storm has finally arrived. I'm not quite sure how this is going to affect the rest of the day. But needless to say, it is absolutely throwing it down. I think this is going to last probably for at least the next hour. So we'll see if we get any footage of Happily Ever After later, but of course rides are now going to be on hold. Hopefully not for too long, because I've still got a couple that I got to do. Jungle Cruise, got to get back to Tiana's. Oh, yeah. Yow. That was a loud one. Wow. Could be in here for a while. And took shelter for about 45 minutes then. It is still raining, but I thought, you know what? I'm just going to have to risk it. Enchanted Tiki Room looking great there. And yeah, the clouds are still looking really horrendous. Obviously Jungle Cruise just off to the right. All the outside rides are still closed, but I thought, you know what? I'm going to make a beeline for the Little Mermaid. There's only a 10-minute wait, so I'm going to head over there now. Risk killing my my Osmo camera in the rain. It doesn't like the rain, this one. Much like me. Although I'm pretty sure I did say earlier, when it was searingly hot, I almost welcomed the storms. Certainly eating my words now. Let's head over and see Ariel. Oh, throwing it down. And I had to take cover again as it just started absolutely belting it down. But welcome to Adventure Planet's Churros and Pretzel store. Anyone fancy a pretzel? No, I don't think they do. Oh, my business is a failure. And here we go then. I've made it into my shell.
Old man and told Sebastian and Brad to watch over her. Then there was lots of dancing and singing.
Let's go and see Ariel.
And then, the story.
It's a great ride, this. Another Omnimover attraction. It's a charming little ride. Oh, that air conditioning is cold now that I'm soaked through, though. I'll tell you what, I am dripping. Hey, there they are. There she is. There he is.
They weren't kidding when they called me Valor Witch. What you find of
sitting there across the way. She don't got a lot to say.
I love the ducks playing the drums on the turtles.
And you don't know why did you die?
And some on-ride footage there then of Journey of the Little Mermaid, and unfortunately that's going to be it here from Magic Kingdom in terms of rides. Thanks to these storms that are in the area that is still thundering away behind me here, the outside rides are still closed. I have just been chatting to a lovely member of staff who has advised that it's very likely they're not going to reopen before the night's out. So that means no Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, no Jungle Cruise, and it means, sadly, I didn't get my ride on the brand new reimagined Splash Mountain, Tiana's Bayou Adventure, which is a real shame. Yeah, these storms have meant that the evening, at least, has been a complete washout. However, they are saying that Happily Ever After is still showing tonight. I'm not sure we're going to get Tinkerbell coming out of the castle with all these storms still in place. But yeah, apparently that's still on for tonight. So I'm going to set myself up just on the other side of the castle, and some footage of that will be coming up right after this.
Each of us has a dream, a heart's desire. It calls to us. And when we're brave enough to listen and bold enough to pursue, that dream will lead us on a journey to discover who we're meant to be.
you've just seen some highlights there then of the nighttime spectacular Happily Ever After, and I tell you what, that show is absolutely outstanding. It really, really is. The projection mapping on the castle, the music, the fireworks, the story behind it, it is just absolutely glorious. It's one of the best nighttime spectaculars anywhere in the world, and I tell you what, a lot of people missed that tonight. It was delayed from its original showing of 9:20 due to the inclement weather. Almost 10 o'clock. The show actually started at 10 o'clock. Don't leave, stay until 10, because if they can get the show off, they will do it, even if it's as late as 10 o'clock. If it's gone 10, then yes, they won't, and they'll put the official announcement out, say that it's been cancelled. But so many people left at 9:20 when they announced the delay. They saw that as writing on the wall. The storm was still in the area and they just left. And yeah, there wasn't, by Disney standards here at Magic Kingdom, there wasn't many people actually watching that show tonight. So I'm really, really happy that I hung around and caught it, because it really is fantastic. Don't miss out on that if you come here to Magic Kingdom. The day as a whole, it's been pretty good. This evening has been a complete and utter washout, unfortunately, but that's no fault of the parks. It's Florida, the lightning capital of the world, and they've had some really bad storms across the US in May, especially in the Midwest, and that seems to have come down into Florida. That really has affected the availability of rides, certainly this evening. Haven't done Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, haven't done Jungle Cruise, never been to Magic Kingdom before and not done Jungle Cruise, so that was a shame to miss out on that. But most disappointingly of all, I didn't get to ride Tiana, and that was the new ride for me today. I've seen some on-ride POVs of it. It looks good. It's not going to replace Splash Mountain in my heart, I know that already. But I did just want to experience it for myself, just to see what it was like, you know, for real type thing. So I'm disappointed I didn't get on that, but you know, that's a ride for the future that I'll get on another visit when I come back down to Magic Kingdom. Otherwise though, yeah, we started off with a trip on the Walt Disney Railroad. That was fantastic. Headed over to Tomorrowland, Tron, Space Mountain. As you can see, the storms are still in the area. We've got some really impressive lightning going on. Operations on the whole have been pretty good today, actually, apart from the slip up this morning where Tron and Space Mountain were both down for about an hour, but they got those rides back up fairly quickly after that. We've done Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin, the People Mover, we've seen Aerial. We've done quite a bit today, in all fairness. Had some really nice lunch over in the Pinocchio restaurant. That was really good with the all-meat flatbread. Really enjoyed that. It's been a tough day today. It's a large park, Magic Kingdom, and the heat of the morning and the afternoon was a struggle again. Still feeling that heat here in Florida, but I always enjoy my time here at Magic Kingdom. It's been absolutely fantastic. It's been busy. It's a full-on day here, but that's to be expected. It's one of the most visited theme parks in the world, so do bear that in mind when you come. Queue times today have been around about an hour for most of the main attractions, so yeah, worth bearing that in mind. It is a very busy park here, which some people may struggle to deal with, certainly in this Floridian heat. That's been it though from here at Magic Kingdom. I want to thank you so much for watching, and as always, happy riding everybody, and I shall see you in the next video.